card. I won't accept it. What you need to do, you can't thank me with a card. I won't accept it. What you need to do, you have to bring the smile and joy in few people around you. That's the real, authentic way of thanking me. If you have received love, you give love. If you have received bliss and joy here, work towards getting someone there. I'm expensive, you know. I can't just be pacified with thank you later. Don't think, oh, you'll send a note to me and I'll be satisfied. No. See how many lives you touch and they get transformed. This is what I am for. You can't thank me with a card. I won't accept it. What you need to do, you have to bring the smile and joy in few people around you. That's the real, authentic way of thanking me. If you have received love, you give love. If you have received bliss and joy here, work towards getting someone there. I'm expensive, you know. I can't just be pacified with thank you later. Don't think, oh, you'll send a note to me and I'll be satisfied. No. See how many lives you touch and they get transformed. This is what I am for. You can't thank me with a card. I won't. So the three gunas that are in the creation, sattva, rajas, tamas, the harmony, the activity and the inertia, the three modes of creation, or three qualities of creation. And here Lord Krishna says, they are in me and they belong to me.
ये चैव सात्विका भावा राजसास्तामसाश्च ये मत्त एवेति तान् विद्धि न त्वहं तेषु ते मयि त्रिभिर्गुणमयैर्भावैरेभिः सर्वमिदं जगत् मोहितं नाभिजानाति मामेभ्य परमव्ययम्.
Whatever other entities there are, born of sattva, of rajas and tamas, know them all as evolved from me alone. In reality, however, neither do I exist in them, nor do they in me. The whole of this creation is deluded by these objects evolved from the three modes of Prakriti, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. That is why the world fails to recognize the imperishable me standing apart from these.
See, hardly anyone thinks in terms of quantum mechanics, isn't it? Do people think that everything is just vibrations? Hardly we recognize the substratum of the entire creation is just vibration. And the forms that appear is an illusion. It's just an appearance, world appearance. But basically, what exists is just vibrations. So if we don't have that keenness of observation and insight into the truth, we fail to recognize the vibration or the field, the superfield theory that scientists talk about today. Right? Here on surface, things are divided into three. Those which appear to be inert, tamas, and those which are active, and those who are light in nature, those who are conscious. But basically, if you see beyond the three gunas, beyond the three qualities of nature, go deep, there is only one thing, that deeper substratum of creation, the basis of entire creation. You go beyond the atomic, subatomic particles, you find there is only vibrations. It's not the particle even. Who would understand that there is no particle? Is one who has keen observation. Similarly, what appears to be diverse creation, in fact, is based out of me, the consciousness, which is unison.
दैवी हेषा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यया मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतां तरन्ति ते.
This most wonderful Maya of mine, consisting of the three gunas, is extremely difficult to break through. Whoever seeks me alone, only they cross over this illusion.
न मां दुष्कृतिनो मूढाः प्रपद्यन्ते नराधमाः माययापहृतज्ञाना आसुरं भावमाश्रिताः.
Those whose wisdom has been carried away by Maya and are of demonic nature, such foolish and vile men of evil deeds do not adore me.
There is a tendency in the human mind that it goes for that which is obvious. It doesn't go for something that is not obvious. Right? And there is a tendency of the mind, either you try to possess what is there or you try to reject them. Neither possessing nor rejection would lead you to the truth. You have to be a witness. Witness of all the three gunas, the threefold nature that we all have. So it says this Maya, you say this is, the form is elusive, but that is beautiful and that belongs to me. It says Mama Maya, it is my own. Because everything in this universe, every form is made up of consciousness. So it is the consciousness itself, the unmanifest, impeccable consciousness itself manifests into manifold creation. So people who blame the creation and try to go to God, they can never achieve it. If you honor nature, you are honoring God. If you are honoring nature, you are honoring consciousness. So here, do not blame, do not get sucked into the temporary, elusive, momentary phenomenon and objects. And you cannot get over it. Your mind cannot get over this without the grace. It's not by your effort. Here is not saying, oh, you make so much effort. No, people try to make lot of effort to get over illusion. It is impossible. Lord Krishna very clearly says, it can only through my grace. A scientist is a scientist by gift, because your intellect is a gift to you. If you have a sharp intellect, only then you can become a scientist. And that sharp intellect, what did you do to get it? Virtually nothing. It's a gift to you. You have a great voice, you might have practiced, however you practice, you must be possessing a great voice. If you don't have good voice, it's not gifted to you, you can never become a musician, at least a singer. So every skill that we possess is a gift to us. Similarly, our skill to see beyond the Maya, not get sucked into the elusive world appearance, itself is a gift. So I said it is very difficult to see the subtle divinity which is underneath the entire creation. You can only do when you cross the ocean of Maya. Even that happens only through my grace or through my blessings. So, and who cannot receive the blessings? Those who are dull-headed.
चतुर्विधा भजन्ते मां जनाः सुकृतिनोऽर्जुन आर्तो जिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभ.
Four kinds of virtuous men worship me, O Arjuna: the distressed, the seeker of knowledge, the seeker of wealth, and the wise man.
Now, why something is called evil? Why something is called good? The evil is that which makes you dull, which makes you foolish, which takes you down the ladder of evolution. It doesn't uplift you. If an evil could uplift you, you should just be, you should go for it. You call something evil because it doesn't uplift you. It only inflicts misery onto you and to others around you. This is the evil deed, isn't it? This is a sign of evil deed. Evil deed is what? That which does not uplift you and doesn't bring you any joy, any happiness, and at the same time brings misery. Even if it appears to be giving you some pleasure momentarily, on the long run it is destroying you. It's making you miserable. And men without wisdom, who are engaged in evil acts, cannot see the subtlety of creation, cannot see me, cannot recognize me, cannot adore me. They don't adore. Even to adore, even to respect, even to appreciate something higher, you need some sense. You need certain state of mind. Not everybody can recognize. In Hindi there is a saying, only a diamond merchant can identify which is the true diamond. You know, a jeweler, just by his sight, he knows whether this is real gold or it is an artificial thing. Correct? You know, there is the proverb, no, all that glitters is not gold. But normal man does not understand. If something is glittering, you think it's a gold. It's gold and you go for it. But a goldsmith knows, yeah, this is not real gold. Like that, a keenness of awareness comes when we are in a supple state of consciousness. And supple state is possible when we do not drown in the demonic nature, foolish nature, or the veil in which you keep doing the evil things. So they simply do not recognize the goodness. You know, God is in everybody, but even to recognize that godliness in everyone, you need to be godly in your own perception. If your mind is stressed out and negative, you don't see good in others. You start picking up even tiny mistakes from others, and that appears to be too big. So Lord Krishna says, they don't even see me, they can't even recognize me. Who? Those who are foolish, veiled men who got sucked into this demonic nature of violence, greed, jealousy, hatred, and self-centeredness. Now, 4 type of people adore me. Who are those 4 type of people? Yeah. Let's hear that once again.
चतुर्विधा भजन्ते मां जनाः सुकृतिनो अर्जुन आर्तो जिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभ.
4 kinds of virtuous men worship me, O Arjuna: the distressed, the seeker of knowledge, the seeker of wealth, and the wise man.
This is quite obvious. If you just open your eyes and see which type of people come for spiritual programs or come to Guru, definitely there are 4 type of people. You can basically categorize them as 4 different type of. In this, there are people who are distressed. They want some relief, for stressed, and there are problems at home, there are problem with the family members or with the friends, or dejected, problem in the relationship. Those people do come to get relief from their misery. So people who are miserable, either health-wise or relationship-wise or some other problems at home, court cases and other things, they're so stressed, they don't know where to go, what to do. They take refuge, they go to God, they go to temples and churches, and then they go for prayers, meeting, they engage themselves, and they go to gurus seeking relief. People, distressed people. And the second type of people are those who are looking for something more, who want some meaning in life. They are seeking something else, little more, maybe wealth. They are seeking some talents, or they are just inquisitive. Those people come. And actually the second type of people come because they know when you go to Guru, then you get something. You are seeking, maybe with some blessings, they can prosper. So people anxious of prosperity, want job, blessings for children, for marriage, they want something, some material gain. So people seeking, first is those who are seeking relief from misery. Second is those who are seeking some material benefit and comfort. These are the second type of people who come. And the third one are those who are inquisitive. They really want to know the meaning of life. They want to know what is this world is about, what is the purpose of life. Seekers. These are the third category of people who come to a master, come to spiritual path. And the fourth type of people are those who are wise, who have knowledge, who knows. They see someone and they know this person is wise, this person is enlightened. So Lord Krishna says these 4 different type of people come to me. One who are in distress, those who are seeking wealth. Third, who are seeking some wisdom, knowledge, who are inquisitive about life, curious, with quest they come. And the fourth type of people who come to me are the wise men who know who I am. But in fact, all these four tendencies can be in one person also. And one person at some time may be coming to a spiritual path to get out of distress. I have seen many people who just start meditation only to sleep well or get rid of their headache. Then they start themselves on the path and knowing that this is not just taking away your headache, but it is fulfilling your desires. And they hear from others, oh, I meditate, I do spiritual practices, all my wishes are getting fulfilled without effort. So the seeker of wealth, seeker of some meaning in life, and then they really get interested in knowledge. And one day they do become wise to recognize the value of the path, spirituality. They recognize how precious this path is. So this is nothing new or nothing old. It was happening then, it is happening today also. Yeah.
तेषां ज्ञानी नित्ययुक्त एकभक्तिर्विशिष्यते प्रियो हि ज्ञानिनो अत्यर्थम् अहं स च मम प्रियः.
Of these, the best is the man of wisdom, ever established in identity with me and with one-pointed devotion. For I am extremely dear to the wise man who knows me in reality, and he is extremely dear to me.
Though all of them are good, but who is very dear to me is one who knows me. The wise man who recognizes me, and he is more dear to me and I am dear to him, because I am just a mirror, I reflect him. He is coming to me because he knows who I am and he knows he is part of me. That's why he is here. He is not seeking something, he is not seeking relief, he is not seeking wealth, he is not even bothered about knowledge. He is not seeking knowledge, but he is knowledgeable, he knows who I am. So he comes to me and he is very dear to me, I am so dear to him also. Such people do not have questions hanging in their head. A seeker of wisdom has many questions, he is looking for answer. But a wise man, a knowledgeable man is when all his questions are ended. He has nothing to ask, nothing to know, but he just wants to be. And those who just want to be with me, they come to me. They are the jnanis, knowledgeable, and I am dear to them and they are dear to me. Because a person with questions will keep questioning. His attention will be only in action. Action is only a projection or a balcony. It's just a balcony of the being. You cannot hang on to the balcony and think this is the house. Action is only a portico. Portico sometimes may be good or sometimes may not be good at all, but it is just portico. Do not judge a house by the portico. Get into the house. House may be palatial, but the portico may be very ugly or small. So not to judge someone by their action, but see their being which is beyond. And who can see the being? One who is wise. He sees someone through the manifest actions, the manifest world. He looks at that unmanifest being that I am.
उदाराः सर्व एवैते ज्ञानी त्वात्मैव मे मतम् आस्थितः स हि युक्तात्मा मामेवानुत्तमां गतिम्.
Indeed, all these are noble, but the man of wisdom is my very self. Such is my view. For such a devotee who has his mind and intellect merged in me is firmly established in me alone as the highest goal.
Udara sarva evaite. This doesn't mean I am discriminating between those who are seeking wealth or those who are seeking relief. They are all good. They are as dear to me as anybody else. They are all. But the wise one, knowledgeable one, a jnani, a wise one, is myself itself. He is like me. He reflects me. You know, because his mind, his intellect, everything is so aligned with me, and he is getting to that final abode of where I am. Because that is his highest goal. He has nothing, no wants, no desires, so he is just mirroring me. Not that the mirror rejects other things. Mirror does reflect anything equally, but if another mirror comes close to it, it is multiple reflection that happens. So similarly, the jnani, the wise man, and me, there is no difference. I am the wise man is me. That's what Lord Krishna says, because the wise man has the highest. When he has the highest, I am in him as him, or her as she. It's a gender thing. We are compelled to use him here. It's the same for both genders. Yeah, don't think only men can become the highest jnani, not women. No, no way. Nothing like that.
Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan mam prapadyate Vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha.
At the end of many births, the man of wisdom comes to me, realizing that Vasudev is the all. Such a great soul is very rare indeed.
कामैस्तैस्तैः हृतज्ञानाः प्रपद्यन्ते अन्यदेवताः तं तं नियममास्थाय प्रकृत्या नियताः स्वया.
Those whose wisdom has been carried away by various desires, being prompted by their own nature, worship other deities, adopting norms relating to each.
Many lives we have all lived, and each life has taken you further towards the divinity, towards the wisdom. You know, in life, if you see back, as you grow, as time passes, our understanding changes. What appeared to be the most important later appears to be trivial. This is the process of evolution. As a baby, you were so attached to those toys. A toy is taken away from you and you would cry like the heaven has fallen on your head, right? And then as you grew up, it was the friends and friend circle. You are so engrossed in the friend circle and their conversation, and this conversation wouldn't lead you anywhere. It would just drown you in a company which does not really provide you anything. Right? Maybe momentary, some laughter, some joy, but otherwise There was such a competition, such a mess in their mind, and then people start feeling lonely. So, and then you grew little older, and those things fell apart. Some other things became a bigger priority. So in life, if you see, as you move, there is always a progression. Most of the case, unless and until you are boozing and you completely, lost your consciousness, is a different case. So we have had many lives. In each life, when you are a seeker, when you are a jnani or a wise person keeps moving. It says, after many births, a jnani realizes, I am everything. Vasudeva is all. I am everything. And it's a rare phenomenon. It says, such a great man is rare. It's not common. Once in a millennium, such people are born. And there are people who, out of their desire, they all do their different practices. They do different worships. They worship deities to get some desires fulfilled. And there are certain norms to worship different deities, and to have those norms are to gain certain definite results. And here, all these norms and the results that they get it is also done by me, because I am only giving you the faith. It's from the being the faith comes up. It's from our pure consciousness, faith generated. On whom you keep the faith is a different issue. You may have faith in Lord Buddha, or you may Jesus, you may have faith in Ganesha, you may have in Shiva, but the very quality of faith that is deep inside you comes from me, comes from the consciousness which is ever present deep in your heart. That is the consciousness which is here Krishna is referring to as me, the self. It is from the self that faith is generated.
यो यो यां यां तनुं भक्तः श्रद्धयार्चितुमिच्छति तस्य तस्याचलां श्रद्धां तामेव विदधाम्यहम्.
Whatever celestial form a devotee, craving for some worldly object, chooses to worship with reverence, I stabilize the faith of that devotee in that form.
सतया श्रद्धया युक्त तस्याराधनमीहते लभते च ततः कामान् मयैव विहितान् हितान्.
Endowed with such faith, he worships that particular deity and obtains through that deity, without doubt, his desired enjoyments as ordained by me.
There is a saying, there is a beautiful verse that is done at the end of every puja in the Hindu tradition. What it says is Akashat Patitam Toyam. Like the rain that comes from the sky moves towards the ocean. Whatever worship you do to whomsoever, it all goes to one divinity. That is Narayan, that is Keshava, that is the self. So it is the inner being which is bestowing the faith also. Even Faith, you cannot say, oh, you have done so much to have faith. If you have a faith, it's also a gift. So no, you can't be proud of even your own faith. People sometimes say, oh, I am so devoted. Come on, you are so devoted. Who gave you that devotion? So it's me who give you the devotion also. So you cannot hold on. Many times people become miserable thinking they are so devoted to God and still why God did this thing to me. Come on, you have been given devotion. That's not your making. You had nothing to do with the feeling of devotion that you have. If you have faith in anything, if you have faith in any deity or any God or anybody for that matter, even that has come from the being, from the self. So it totally nullifies the tendency of ego to own the faith, to own the devotion. Ego often rides on the devotion. Rides on the devotion and it drowns. So here Lord Krishna says, no, even that faith is from me, and whatever fruit he gets by his devotion, that is also given by me only because I have ordained that way.
Antavattu phalam tesham tadbhavatyalpamedhasam devan devayajo yanti madbhakta yanti mamapi.
The fruit gained by these people of small understanding, however, is perishable. The worshippers of gods attain the gods, whereas my devotees come to me and me alone.
You are engaged in worship of different gods, goddesses, for a particular desire. No doubt, those desires you will get fulfilled. But are you able to merge in the divinity? No, because you are only thinking of the fruit that you are going to get, the benefit you are going to get from this particular act that you do. Every act has a result, and if your act is result oriented, then you go to that realm, right? But one who is devoted to me, they come to me and me alone. Here Lord Krishna says, because you don't have any wishes, any desires. When you have nothing to achieve, nothing to desire, what you do? You simply dwell deep, you simply relax and you dissolve into samadhi, into meditation, where there is no wish of any sort. And so you come to me, my devotees come to me and me alone. He says, okay, you are doing some action to get something. Like in the world, you do some action to get something. But after getting all that, you will come and relax in your bed, right? You will rest. Once you got everything, what you do? You simply repose, simply rest. In the same way, with gods, goddesses, you gain something, you go in that direction. And when your devotion is much more than getting something for you, then you will dissolve in me and attain me.
Avyaktam vyaktimapannam manyante mamabuddhayah param bhavamajananto mamavyayamanutamam.
Not knowing my supreme nature, unsurpassable and undecaying, fools regard me the Supreme Spirit beyond mind and senses, and the embodiment of truth, knowledge, and bliss as an ordinary human being.
Krishna had this difficulty. At his time, many people thought he is just a human being. Some knowledge he talks only to few people, not to everybody. Otherwise, he was living his life with lots of fun and playing around with everybody. He didn't give knowledge to everybody, just he gave knowledge only to few people. And so people thought he's another king, another nice, charming young man, ordinary human being, because they did not know what was inside that human body. In fact, we don't recognize that which is deep inside every human body. It is all Krishna only. If go deep inside you, who is there inside you? It is only Krishna. So he says, not knowing my supreme nature, my unmanifest nature, which is never changing, which is undecaying, which is beyond mind and senses, which is truth, which is beauty, which is knowledge, which is bliss. Not knowing this, and people only mistake me as a body outside, and there are fools. They don't know me because they don't know themselves. If they know themselves, they know me too. If one knows oneself, then you know everything in the world. So they don't know themselves, and so they don't know me too. So they are fools. What to do? The world is full of fools. Yeah.
नाहं प्रकाशः सर्वस्य योगमाया समावृतः मूढोऽयं नाभिजानाति लोको मामजमव्ययम्.
I am not manifest to all, veiled by Yogamaya. This deluded world knows not me, unborn and imperishable.
There is something deep in you which is not born. If you really look back, you suddenly became aware you are, and you have no experience of being born. Do you remember that you are born? No, you cannot. You cannot understand, you cannot feel your birth, you cannot know your birth. Suddenly you find you are in the body. Even this awareness doesn't come to you suddenly. For many it comes gradually, you are simply there, that's it. Somewhere deep inside you are not born. This awareness, when it comes to you, then you can also understand you will never die. You are imperishable. So now Krishna doesn't say these are all fools. He is not telling, he is not blaming somebody else. He says, oh, they are fools, they don't know me. That is true. But I am not manifest to all. He takes the responsibility. Because by Yogamaya, I am not revealing myself to everybody. If someone is a fool, it is not by their mistake. If someone is not wise by their virtue, they cannot be even blamed for being fool by their mistake. Right? So he says, I am not manifest to all. I am not revealed because of my yoga maya. This is a maya of a higher nature, an illusion of higher nature. So this deluded world knows not me as unborn and imperishable. Inside everybody, this unborn and imperishable spirit is there. The consciousness is there. Still nobody is able to see it. This is the dilemma. This is the part. There's not a person, even the fools of fools, do have the imperishable unborn consciousness inside of them. But the veil has deluded them and surrounds them and make them not realize that I am there. Yeah.
Vedaham samatitani vartamanani charjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu vedana kaschana.
Arjuna, I know all beings, past as well as present, even those that are yet to come, but none knows me.
Many times you might have had this experience. You meet somebody, somewhere in your heart you feel, oh, I know this person before. I know them somewhere, you don't know where, how, when, what, but you have a sense of familiarity. Deja vu feeling comes up. Sometimes it comes up with familiarity. Deja vu, familiarity, these feelings come, but we just brush it aside. If we go a little deep, it is from this state of consciousness when you feel connected to everybody, when you know that you know everyone. You know the past, you know the future, you know the present. You will feel that. This is when you get that clarity that I am not this body, I am not this mind, I am not my intellect, not even any of the identity. When we surpass all identity, this awareness simply dawns inside of us. And that is Krishna's space. That is the Krishna spirit. So this Krishna, a wise man always feels that he knows everybody. Nobody is new to him, unfamiliar to him or her. Nobody is unfamiliar. You know. You feel connected to everybody. This happens even to sadhaks. When you start your journey, spiritual journey, you start feeling that many things you know from the past. You meet somebody, you know about their past, you can see their past. You can see their future. So here the Lord says that, I know everything, but they do not know me. But none knows me. Nobody can know the depth of the being. You can be, you cannot totally know yourself. Self cannot be known, but self can be lived. None knows me in totality, because knowing means putting a limit to the existence. The unknown is vast. Known is drawing a boundary. But unknown doesn't have boundary. And being is unknown. Yourself is unknown because it has no boundaries. It's infinity. Infinity can be recognized but cannot be known. Isn't it? If you know it, then it became finite. Knowledge draws the boundary. So, the self is unknown because it has no boundary and nobody knows me. I am unpredictable. If you know something, it is predictable. When something is unpredictable, it is beyond your knowledge, beyond your expectations. See, knowledge brings up the expectations. You know something, then you expect. But something which is unfathomable, unknowable, you can't even have any expectations. Or you can have all expectations. Yeah.
Ichha dvesha samuthena dvandva mohena bharata sarva bhutani sammoham sarge yanti parantapa.
O valiant Arjuna, through delusion in the shape of opposites, like pleasure and pain, born of craving and aversion. All living beings in this world are subject to illusion at birth.
Like a seed has the membrane around it, a covering. It protects the seed till you soak it. When the seed is soaked and it starts sprouting, the membrane leaves way. It drops off. When a seed becomes a sapling, the membrane has given away. In the same way, at birth, a cover of illusion guards every baby, every child with opposite values till you grow older. It is necessary. And so, there are some cravings, there are some aversions. And these opposites, pain, pleasure, this is part of the world. And this comes in the beginning to every being, to every life on this planet. But you don't get stuck there. Like the membrane leaves way, in the same way with wisdom, with knowledge, you grow out of it into sapling, and the sapling becomes a tree. But initially, that covering of illusion is there at birth, is necessary. If it remains so tight, and if this covering does not allow the seed to sprout, and you call it a dead seed, because the seed is not sprouting. That way the Maya is not giving away. The membrane is not giving its way up for the sprout to come up. Right?
येषां तु अन्तगतं पापं जनानां पुण्यकर्मणां ते द्वन्द्वमोहनिर्मुक्ता भजन्ते मां दृढव्रताः.
But those men of virtuous deeds, whose sins have come to an end, being freed from delusion of duality, worship me with a firm resolve in every way.
How there is good merit, the seed is good, you soak it, immediately starts sprouting. The seed is bad, it doesn't sprout. In the same way, those who have good merits in them, they walk in this path. You know, it's not easy for everyone to get onto the spiritual path. It needs certain good luck for people, even to listen to this, even to think about spiritual wisdom, spiritual knowledge. It's not the gift of everybody. Even this one needs to be, have done some good merits. Even this is a gift. Yeah. It's a fruit of some merit, good karma that people have done. So people have virtuous deeds, and whose sins have gone, they are able to have devotion and faith in me. They are able to come to this path, and they are able to get out of the duality, and they come with a very firm resolve. See, when a person starts walking on spiritual path, a million distractions may come, and many things will come on the way to stop. But if there is a firm resolve, he moves through, he walks through them. Whenever a student comes to a guru, a disciple comes to a guru, there is what is called Guru Mandala. There are several rings that the student has to pass through before he comes to the guru. It's not very easy access to the guru, you just go. No. Yes and no here. At one point, yes, guru takes you by hand, lifts you. But for your mind to go there, to become one with the guru, there is what is called Guru Mandala. There is so many rings of cravings, aversions, and challenges. It challenges your intellect, it challenges your concepts, it challenges your ideas, and you have to move through them all with a firm resolve in every way, in every way. So, many masters of the past, they used to give very tough time for their students because they always said, if you have faced that toughness here, then you won't face anywhere else in the world. So really beat them up so that they start shining really. So your intellect wants recognition, a master will ignore you. Because when you are ignored, that is a challenge for your intellect. Your emotions want comfort, a master will dismiss you. That comfort of emotional comfort, you get hurt, and that hurt brings in you that firm resolve. Either you fly away or you stay back. So he said, but those men of virtuous deeds who had lot of punya, lot of good merits, and whose sins are over. Many times people come to path, and there are some times when their sins are up, when they have to give the fruit, for some time they stray away from the path. And they undergo that misery. Then they come back. So to get free from the delusion duality, worship me with a firm resolve in every way. Who can do this? Those with good merits can do this. This is what Lord Krishna is saying.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Do a short revision in your mind. And if you feel ready, you may slowly open your eyes and turn on your cameras. I will do a short revision, and then if any questions, we'll answer. There are three states in the worldly nature we live in. Harmony, sattva, and activity, rajas, and inertness, tamas, rest. Okay, rest also, I guess, happens in harmony, inertness. Hardly we realize the world is just appearance. Basically, all there is vibration. Our human tendency is to go for the obvious, either crave or ours. But when you don't do that, just become witness to all these tendencies, you can reach the truth, you can reach the pure consciousness, Krishna consciousness. By not by blaming the nature, but by honoring the nature. You honor the consciousness. No blaming, only witnessing. And then you need grace. So without grace, nothing happens. Then also you need grace. Only by grace it will happen. The good in you is a gift by him only. So cross over the river of Maya, in which also only grace can help. Who don't get grace? This is important. Who don't get grace? Dull-minded people. Dull-minded people. Inert, inertia, lazy, you can say. So they're demonic. Evilness makes you dull. What makes you dull? Demonic tendencies or evilness makes you dull. No wisdom. There is no wisdom in it. There is greed. There is jealousy, etc., etc. It takes you down. Your prana. It takes downwards. It's inflict misery in you and others. No joy, no pleasure, no happiness. There is nothing there. Even to see godliness in others, you need to become godly. So all this, you have to become sadhak, you have to become witness, everything. Only then you will be able to see godliness in others. And there are 4 types of devotees which Krishna loves very dearly. One is who is distressed and came to relieve it, seeker of knowledge to out of curiosity, what is beyond this material world. Or somebody who wants something with some desires they come. And last, not the least, wise man. Someone who knows that who he is comes, who is very, very, very dear to him. Because he knows who I am. He is me only. It reflects me only. He is established in the self. Established in the self and established in Krishna both has the same meaning. He is already in the final goal. Is already living in the final goal. Then he gave an example. All the action, outer actions, behaviors, everything is just the balcony, not the house. Go in. Don't judge the house by the balcony. Go in. Okay. Many lives we have taken. We are born in many lives. Each one took us further in wisdom, further towards the truth. Unless you do boozing and everything. Boozing means alcohol and your prana goes downwards. If you don't do that, you are growing only. Wise person keeps moving ahead to the goal. Then when he realized that I am everything and Vasudev is everything. I am everything and Vasudev is everything, which happens very rare once in millennium. Okay. Then he's talking about we go to gods, deities, and gods and goddesses for desires. And then we follow some norms. We keep fasting. We go keep 16 Mondays, go to Shivji's temple. Everything we do, and to get something. And why we do? Because we have faith in it. And who has given you that faith? Krishna only has given you that faith. So no matter, doesn't matter where you keep that faith, the faith is a gift to you by him. But then what happens if you don't realize this? Your ego rides on the devotion. You say, oh, see, I'm such a big devotee. I go to Bangalore ashram every Navratri. See, I do my Kriya every day. Look at me, look at me. Then you drown. Then you drown. So realize the devotion is also given to you by Krishna. Fruits, desires, so all these fruits you get by keeping fasting, doing all this thing is temporary. But in all this, even after you get the fruits, you cannot merge in the divinity. You cannot become one with the divinity. One who is devoted to me and me only, that is Krishna only, you come to me. Who is Krishna? Don't think Krishna, that person who was born there. The Krishna within, the self, the whole, the someone who is beyond ego, the one who is you. You go there. Focused and go there. Then what happens? You dissolve in samadhi meditation. Even after getting everything, even if you, let's say you go to deities and you pray and you do and you get everything you wanted, then at the end what you'll do? You'll rest, right? In rest, who will come? Krishna. You'll become one with Krishna. Then fools are those people who thought Krishna is just a human. Because they did not knew what inside him or inside themselves. If you know what is inside you, you already know Krishna, because what is inside you and Krishna are not different. It's the same thing. What is it? Undecaying knowledge, beauty, bliss, etc., etc. All that Gurudev said. They don't know themselves. That's why they don't know me. So it's same. If you know yourself, you know him. If you don't know yourself, you cannot know him. You don't have experience of birth. Then Gurudev said, self is unpredictable. You can't know him fully. If there are any questions, you can ask.
You're singing some song, no? Sing.
No, like Gurudev said, no, not everyone is given the gift of singing. So I also don't have that. I'm a bathroom singer.
Gautamji, for Guru Bhajan, you need not see Kala, Shruti or anything. Bhakti is important.
Yes, bhakti is important. True. Most welcome, Madhav. Jai Gurudev.
Yeah, my name is Rupa.
Rupa ji.
I have a question. When devotion is given by the God and bhakti is given by the God to worship him, and misery also given by him itself?
He said something else. No? When misery happens, when you blame, what he used, evil makes you dull. See, Krishna gives you wisdom, and going away from Krishna gives you misery. All demonic. Like Gurudev in Hindi explained very nicely. Like if Krishna is the sun and you are here, just realize that this is the self only, but just to understand it easily, we are doing it. So Krishna is this sun. Imagine a big light, and there is no other light. Okay, this is you. Okay. The further you go away from Krishna, the bigger shadow you make.
Yes.
Okay. And when you go further away from Krishna, you're looking further away from Krishna. You're not looking at Krishna. You're not looking at Krishna. You're looking away from Krishna. So what do you see? You see the shadow. And then you fight the shadow. It's only misery. So just turn around. We are looking outside. We are looking at the bodies. We are looking at the actions. We are looking at the behaviors. We are looking at the events. Not realizing it. It is just not real. The truth is, the subtle truth is, everything is vibration. Everything is Krishna. So you are looking outside. Let's say this is outside. This is you. You are looking outside. You see the more further away you go from Krishna, the bigger shadow, bigger misery, and everything you see. Just turn around and look at Krishna. Then you'll see, oh, there is no ignorance. There is no misery. You're understanding what I'm saying? There is only celebration. Misery is when you look away from Krishna. Then you see the shadow. Why is the shadow? Because you're away from Krishna. And you realize something, once you go closer to Krishna, and then when you look outside, you are established in the self and you're looking outside, then everything looks beautiful.
Yeah, now I got it. I should
Then
establish it in yes.
And the misery is lack of knowledge. It's ignorance. You are looking in the wrong way. The shadow is not real. You can keep fighting with the shadow whole your life and you will reach nowhere. Why? Because shadow is not real. You're not fighting the real opponent or something like that. Just become wise. So someone who is looking away from Krishna is fool. Someone who is looking at Krishna is wise. Okay. So basically, if you're looking outside, you are a fool. If you go inside, you look inside, then you are
Wise.
wise. Yes. Huh? So many time happens, na? You did this to me, you did that to me, blah 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 blah.
People and situation.
People and situation. You just accept people and situation as they are. Then automatically you go within. Then you realize, oh, this is the truth. Oh, this is. Suddenly we become wise, and suddenly we know what to do now. Even in the world to act, you need to act wisely. Correct?
Yes.
How do you act wisely if you are
Moment.
disturbed? But the moment you accept everything as it is, you get established in the self. See, why you are outside? Because you think outside something is not correct and I need to go correct. Correct?
Yes.
But sitting in meditation and you realize, oh, I think my kitchen tap is open. So this thought that something outside is not correct keeps you out. But when you say ki, you accept things as they are, then automatically you are established in the self. You are understanding? That's why I keep saying, repeat the happiness program. Okay, repeat the happiness program, come for it. Happiness program, Gurudev has given such golden points. It's really good. It's really good. It's like Gurudev says, Om is the all the essence of Vedas, all the four Vedas, knowledge, Upvedas and four Vedas and everything came out of Om. It's like the essence, like that. I say all these 5 points in happiness program is the essence. You learn, it's everything you learn, the highest knowledge you learn. You find some link with these 5 golden points we learn in happiness program. The whole happiness program is amazing. So come repeat. And if there are any questions?
Thank you.
Most welcome. Jai Gurudev. Apna naam batana. Say again. Sorry, आवाज नहीं आ रही. हाँ, शोभा जी. हाँ, sorry. हाँ, शोभा जी.
Some work, so I'm leaving. I want to tell you.
Yes. Jai Gurudev. Thank you for coming.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev. Bye. Okay. I was just about to ask Shobha ji to sing a song. Is there anyone else who can sing a song? Who has the gift of singing? Auntie, please. Unmute and start singing. I'll mute myself. If you can sing Narayana Hari Om. Okay? Jai Guru.
Narayana Hari Om. Satyanarayana Hari Om. Narayana Hari Om. Satyanarayana Hari Om. Govinda Krishna Hari Om. Gopala Krishna Hari Om. Narayana Hari Om. Satyanarayana Hari Om. Govinda Krishna Hari Om. Gopala Krishna Hari Om. Narayana Narayana Jai Jagadish हरे नारायण नारायण जय गोपाल हरे नारायण नारायण जय गोविंद हरे नारायण नारायण जय गोपाल हरे नारायण नारायण जय गोविंद हरे नारायण नारायण जय गोपाल हरे नारायण नारायण जय गोविंद हरे नारायण नारायण जय गोपाल हरे नारायण नारायण जय गोविंद हरे नारायण नारायण जय गोपाल हरे नारायण नारायण जय गोविंद हरे नारायण नारायण जय गोपाल हरे नारायण नारायण जय गोविंद हरे नारायण नारायण जय गोपाल हरे नारायण नारायण जय गोपाल हरे जय गुरुदेव
Jai Gurudev. Okay,
बहुत
we
अच्छा
have
गाया,
only 2 days. Do a lot of seva. Yes, Triveni ji.
बहुत अच्छा गाए हैं आंटी।
थैंक यू
हाँ, बहुत बढ़िया गा, एकदम दिल
बहुत
से.
सुंदर था आंटी जी, थैंक यू।
थैंक यू
Yes.
सब गुरु कृपा बस
हाँ, गुरु आपसे बहुत प्यार करते हैं, इसलिए गुरु कृपा
हाँ जब सत्संग में गाती हूँ तब यही कहती हूँ कि गुरुजी आई विल डू द लिप सिंगिंग यू डू द सिंगिंग
है.
तो जो
Perfect.
करता है हाँ
Yes. ओके, हम लोग कल मिलते हैं. तब तक बहुत दिल लगा के, मन लगा के सेवा करो. हाँ, टॉक टू पीपल. हाँ, नॉट ओनली फॉरवर्डिंग मैसेजेस, कॉल देम. हाँ, 4 दिन पहले किसी ने बोला रहेगा कि मैं बाद में बात करूंगा. हाँ, ऑल्सो कॉल देम अगेन. हाँ, call them once, call them twice. Sometimes just call them. Don't even talk about happiness. Use all the skills. We never know who needs it. Sometimes a depressed person also doesn't know that that person is depressed. They themselves don't know. So we cannot take chances. Okay? Jai Gurudev.